Okay, so let's really unpack this. You've got big dreams on the court, right? Like visions of packed arenas, undeniable skill, maybe real freedom in how you actually play your game. You've probably pictured yourself hitting that game winner, hearing the crowd roar, seeing your name up in lights, maybe even, signing that huge multi-million-dollar contract. For a lot of you listening, I bet this isn't just some daydream. It's a deep-seated goal to be a rich and famous basketball player, to really, truly live out your potential. And chances are you've probably tried the conventional path. The drill, putting in the hours on high school teams, maybe joining club leagues, chasing scouts, hoping anyone notices you. You followed the rules right, played your role, maybe even held back your own flair for the good of the team. But for so many really talented players, that reality, that daily grind in the traditional basketball system, it feels kind of stifling, doesn't it?
Yeah, stifling is a good word for it.
It often feels like it's designed more for the system itself, for the coach's record or the school's reputation.
Right. Not really serving your big goals, your audacious goals of personal greatness, and yeah, financial freedom too.
Exactly. So that dream you have, it starts to feel more like this distant thing, like a mirage, not somewhere you can actually get to. So today we're diving deep into why that powerful dream sometimes feels so frustratingly out of reach. Like you're caught in this invisible current, always moving but never actually reaching the shore you want. It's this repetitive cycle, often pretty unfulfilling, that can honestly make you question why you even love the game. And then, we're going to introduce you to something really powerful, a game-changing solution called Rimpage. This isn't just playing basketball. It's about totally reshaping your approach to the game, reclaiming your power, taking real control of your destiny, and forging your own path. An undeniable path to becoming that rich and famous player you actually envision.
And what's really insightful, looking at the sources we've pulled together for this deep dive, is how they nail that fundamental disconnect, that feeling players get in the traditional system. They don't just point out the problem, though. They lay out a clear, actionable philosophy, a practical blueprint for success outside of it. Our discussion today draws from some exclusive insights directly from the Rimpage founder, Patrick Johnson. We've also looked at their operational docs, some fascinating case studies of athletes already using the system successfully.
Okay.
So we'll be connecting the dots, linking that feeling of being stuck in a system that often doesn't care about your dreams, and linking that to actively forging your own path, a path where your ambition isn't just tolerated, it's actually aggressively celebrated, rewarded even.
Celebrated, I like that.
Yeah, it's about understanding those subtle but really powerful mechanisms that hold so many talented players back without them even realizing it, and then offering a complete, empowering roadmap for breaking free.
Okay, so let's start by really picking apart that feeling of being stuck,
Yeah.
that heavy, almost like suffocating feeling that can creep in.
Yeah.
To really get it, imagine you're in a video game. But here's the twist, right? You're not the main character, not the hero on the big quest. Instead, you're what they call an NPC, a non-playable character. Just programmed to repeat the same stuff, same actions, same lines, day in, day out, a never-ending loop. You go through the motion, sure. You interact with the main characters, play your part, but your actions don't actually change your story. Your role is set, your arc is flat, no personal progress. That feeling, being stuck, living life in this repetitive, unfulfilling loop, it's surprisingly common, especially for aspiring basketball players with those big dreams we talked about. And here's the really sneaky part. This loop, it almost always serves someone else's purpose.
Right. That's crucial.
It's generating income or power for them. The team, the coach, the league, the school, whatever, while you, the individual. You feel increasingly, inconsequential. Your contributions, no matter how hard you try, start to feel like just background noise in someone else's plan.
It's a subtle form of control, really. Your predictable actions guarantee an outcome for the people pulling the strings, not for you.
Exactly. You're performing, sure, but you're not progressing your journey. Our sources even outline this really clearly with a 6-point zoo loop for a typical high school player. It's a scenario that I think is so relatable. It perfectly captures these common frustrations with conventional basketball. As I walk through these points, I want you, listening, to honestly ask yourself, how much of this sounds familiar? How many points hit a little too close to home? Okay, let's start with point 1, dread. You wake up, and throughout the day, this quiet sense of dread just starts to build. You spend all day thinking about and often actively dreading going to practice.
Yeah, that feeling.
You know what's coming, right? Same drills, same hierarchy, maybe that same feeling of being overlooked or undervalued. It feels like an obligation, this heavy weight, not that excitement that first pulled you into basketball. This internal resistance, it just sets a negative tone for the whole day, drains your energy before you even touch a ball. Then you get to point two, compliance without joy. You're there. You're at practice, physically present, doing exactly what the coach tells you. Run the drills, follow the system, execute the plays, check, check, check. You're playing basketball, technically speaking. But that passion, the fire that burns so bright, it feels smothered.
Yeah, just going through the motions.
Replaced by just like rigid adherence to someone else's plan. You're a cog in their machine, following orders. But the joy, the creativity, the actual fun of the game, it's often just gone. Feels like a chore, not your calling. And then, maybe the toughest one for a lot of players, point three. Unfulfilled potential on game day. Game day finally comes. There's that little flicker of hope, right? Maybe today's the day. But then reality sinks in. You don't play as much as you want, and when you do get those precious minutes, you don't play like you want to.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like you can.
Because you're worried about messing up.
Exactly. You're forced into a role that doesn't showcase your skills, or you're so scared of making a mistake and getting pulled.
Yeah.
You play cautiously. You play safe. So another chance to be a star, to really shine, to show what you can do, it just passes by. You're left with that empty feeling, that ache of what could have been, what you know you're capable of. After the game, or maybe even during it sometimes, you hit point four, questioning purpose. This nagging, unsettling voice inside starts asking why. Why keep doing this? Why put in all this effort, all this time, endure the dread, the lack of joy, the frustration, when you're clearly not going anywhere on your terms? Not getting any closer to your dream of fame and fortune.
It's a deep doubt, isn't it? It chips away at you.
Totally. Erodes your confidence, leaves you feeling kind of lost.
Oh.
But then there's this interesting contrast in point five. Love for the game outside the system, away from the team, the structure, the coach, when you're just playing pickup with your buddies at the park.
Yeah.
Or practicing alone in the gym, working on your crossover, just you and the ball.
Yeah, the joy comes back.
Yeah. It does. Something magical happens. The fun returns, the creativity flows, that pure love for basketball ignites again. And this huge contrast makes you ask, why is it so drastically different with the team? Why does this organized system, which is supposed to develop players, seem to drain the very thing that lights you up, leaves you feeling less like a player and more like, I don't know, a dutiful employee punching the clock? And finally, you land at point six. False hope and repetition. Despite all the frustrations, all the doubts, you keep clinging to that dream of playing professionally, and you often believe, or maybe you're told, that you absolutely need to do well on this team in this specific system to make it to the next level.
That's the trap, the belief that this is the only way.
Right? It's reinforced by coaches, parents, maybe even just your own assumptions. It keeps you stuck. It convinces you that the only path forward is the one you're already on, even when it's clearly, demonstrably not working for you. And then, boom. The cycle resets. You're right back at point one, dreading the next practice, stuck in that endless loop that offers zero real progress towards your personal, ambitious goals. It's like a treadmill, not a launch pad.
And if we connect this whole zoo loop, as you called it, to the bigger picture, it really highlights a fundamental systemic flaw in how conventional basketball is often designed. From day one, from that very first tryout, the traditional team structure, it rarely, if ever, genuinely asks the individual player, hey, what do you want to achieve?
Right.
What's your ultimate dream for this game? And how can we, the system, help you reach your personal goals? Instead, you're immediately absorbed into their plan, made part of their structure, serving their goals.
The team's win, the coach's record.
Exactly. The team's victory, the coach's reputation, the school's quest for a championship. And your individual aspirations, your fierce desire to stand out, to be unique, to chase your own version of greatness. Often that gets subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, labeled as selfish or not being a team player. I mean, think about it logically. Coaches control everything, right? The schedule, your playing time, exactly how you're supposed to play. Often it's within this rigid system that prizes conformity, way above individual brilliance.
Yeah, fitting in, not standing out.
Precisely. And this structure, it frequently leaves incredibly talented players just wasting away on the bench, waiting for permission, hoping for a chance that might never really come on their terms. It's designed to manage a group, not empower an individual's unique pursuit of greatness. You know, this brings to mind a really powerful analogy that captures this perfectly. It's the story of the lion at the zoo meeting a lion from the wild.
Okay, I think I know this one.
Yeah. The zoo lion, he lives this life of guaranteed survival, right? He's fed on a strict schedule, his portions decided, meal times fixed, menu chosen by someone else. He's protected from danger, sure, but he's completely controlled, utterly dependent.
Safe, but not free.
Exactly. He knows he'll survive, but his life lacks any real purpose or agency. Then he meets the wild lion. And the wild lion hears this story of comfortable captivity, and he's just horrified. He asks, wait, what if you want more to eat?
Or something different.
Or what if it's not mealtime, but you feel the hunger now? The wild lion explains, with that glint in his eye, for me, it's simple. If I want something to eat, I go get it.
If I want more, I go get it.
If I want something different, I go get it. The zoo lion is totally baffled. You mean you have to chase to fight for your food? What if you don't catch anything? You don't eat? I'd starve.
Mm-hmm.
And at this, the wild lion leans in close, points to his powerful claws, his muscles, his sharp teeth, and just states it plain. What are these for? You were made to hunt. Your design reveals your purpose. The traditional system, it's so much like that zoo. It offers this deceptive safety net, this illusion of security, but it comes at this enormous cost. Your innate purpose, your freedom, it makes you dependent, not truly powerful. It basically strips you of your birthright as a hunter.
And this constant control, even if it's subtle, this feeling that you don't truly own your game, it inevitably makes you feel like your individual efforts just don't really matter in the grand scheme. Your days spent doing the same things over and over in that loop start to feel inconsequential, like you're just filler, background noise in someone else's story. And what keeps you there? What keeps you trapped in that cycle? Often, honestly, it's fear.
Fear of the unknown, for sure.
Yeah, fear of the unknown, fear of failing if you step outside the lines, fear of what happens if you actually break the pattern. Even though, deep down, some part of you knows where this road ends.
Yeah.
Right back at the start of the loop. Or worse, maybe, it ends with your basketball dreams just fading away, without you ever really going for them on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
But what the Rimpage philosophy is really shouting, what these sources are practically screaming at you, is that your life is your own. You get to decide. You might not have every single step figured out right now. You might not see the whole path ahead. But there's this incredible, almost electric feeling that comes when you make up your own mind. When you decide on a course of action, maybe a scary one, and then you commit, you go all in.
It's the feeling of taking back control.
Yes. It's uncertain, maybe a little terrifying, but it feels undeniably alive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's that sensation of becoming the author of your own story again. The great entrepreneur and philosopher Jim Rohn, he put it so well. He said, people who don't make plans for their lives are doomed to be part of someone else's plan for their life.
Mm-hmm. Powerful quote.
And if you look really closely at the conventional basketball system, guess what they often have planned for you? You, the individual player with that burning desire for personal fame and fortune. Usually. Not much beyond a specific role, a position within their structure.
You're a piece in their game.
Exactly. You're like that non-playable character we talked about.
Yeah.
You're there to support the main players, the ones who do have the freedom, who are actively moving towards their goals, while you remain maybe a vital, but ultimately a static piece of the scenery. So what does all this mean, this stark reality of the zoo loop? What does it mean for you, the player listening right now with those big dreams of being rich and famous? It means taking a really hard, unflinchingly honest look at your current routine, this loop you're on, and asking yourself the single most important question you possibly can. Is this moving me closer to where I actually want to be? Closer to that rich and famous player I see in my head? Or not? Are your daily actions, your sacrifices, all those hours of practice, are they truly serving your dream? Or are they mostly serving someone else's agenda?
And this raises a really critical point for reflection, doesn't it? If it's genuinely not moving you closer, if it's demonstrably not serving your specific dream, then why on earth would you keep repeating it?
Right. Why stay on that path?
Why persist down a road that, deep in your gut leads away from your most important goals? The alternative, breaking the loop, isn't necessarily worse than what we're dealing with now. In fact, for many, it's simply acknowledging, okay, this path isn't working for me. It's a dead end for my ambitions. And then actively choosing to navigate your life with a results-first approach, making adjustments, trying things until you find or you forge the path that does work.
Yeah, the real fear isn't trying something new.
Exactly. The real fear should be that quiet, soul-crushing certainty of doing the same unfulfilling things over and over, getting the same stuck results until your passion just dies out and your dream fades. That's the deepest regret.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, where the whole paradigm shifts and the path to taking back your power becomes super clear. Rimpage. It's not just another league, not just another tournament. It's a revolutionary platform, an entirely new way of thinking, designed specifically to shatter that suffocating loop we've been talking about.
It's a return to the wild.
Yes, it's a return to the wild, a visceral, empowering return to what you were fundamentally made for. In Rimpage, you are no longer just a hooper, waiting for instructions, waiting for permission. You have to become something more primal, more assertive. You become a hunter.
A hunter. I like that distinction.
It's not just a small tweak to your game either. It's a complete, profound shift in your mindset, your whole approach to basketball. It's about taking back the agency, the control, and that fierce purpose that the traditional system, maybe subtly, maybe not so subtly, kind of sucked out of you. Let's go back to that magnificent lion from the wild. Remember him?
Mm-hmm. The hunter.
For him, the world is incredibly simple, driven by pure instinct, pure agency. If I want something to eat, I go get it. If I want more, I go get it. If I want something different, I go get it.
Right.
There's no waiting for a handout, no dependence on some external system. You, the aspiring basketball legend listening right now, you were made for that same self-determination. Your talent, your drive, your competitive spirit, they all point to your ultimate purpose, to hunt for your own greatness. Conventional players, they often wake up, look at a coach's schedule, and if it says no matches today, they kind of shrug, okay, no matches today.
Hunting for permission, dictated activity.
Oh, totally. They're waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. But a Rimpage player, you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? What challenge am I going to seek out? Because everything, absolutely everything you could possibly want from basketball, that undeniable fame, that significant fortune, the deep respect from everyone, those coveted rankings, the thrill of big wins, the legacy you want to build.
All of it.
All of it, every single bit comes from one foundational thing, winning.
Winning. That's the core.
Winning is the ultimate currency in the wild. It's the purest validation, the irrefutable proof of your skill, your hunger. It's how you take what's rightfully yours.
And what's really compelling looking at the Rimpage materials is how explicitly they define this core activity for their athletes. Hunting, it means actively, relentlessly, finding, challenging, and then beating other players. In your city first, then your region, then maybe the whole country.
So it's not passive at all.
Not even close. It's profoundly proactive. You are constantly on the prowl, scanning your environment, seeking out chances to prove yourself, to test your skills, to claim your dominance. Think of it like a wild lion circling a busy water hole. That's where the food is, right?
Right, where the action is.
For a Rimpage athlete, the gym, the courts in your city, that's your water hole. That's where the prime competition is found. You can almost always spot a Rimpage athlete when they walk into a gym. They don't just blend in, they walk in with purpose. Often you'll see them with a tripod or maybe a small crew. Sometimes it's their girlfriend or partner holding the camera.
Not just for show, though.
No, not vanity at all. It's strategic intent. He's not there for casual pickup games or just to kill time. He's there to take something. His eyes are scanning the court, identifying the best players, the targets. He's pointing people out. I want you, and you, and you.
And a camera?
That camera is crucial. It's documentation, his personal war log, irrefutable proof of his conquests. These are his receipts, evidence of dominance. He's so confident he's going to win, he's already arranged to film the victory.
Wow, that's a mindset shift.
It absolutely is. This is the lifestyle, challenge, conquer, document. And then, with the win secured, immediately move on to the next hunt. It's relentless, rooted in discipline, fueled by pure desire, and it culminates in dominance. So when you eventually see like a docuseries about these Rimpage athletes, you won't just see flashy highlights. You're going to see raw hunger. You won't just hear a lion roar. You'll see the lion hunt, tirelessly. Because think about it, in the zoo, the lion just survives. But in the wild, the lion wins. Rimpage, at its absolute core, is about winning.
Okay, so you're ready. Ready to break that loop. Ready to fully embrace being the hunter. But how do you actually navigate this new wild? It sounds exciting, but maybe a bit daunting too. Our deep dive into the sources, into Rimpage itself, reveals 3 absolutely critical master keys. Think of them as the secret code, like woven right into Rimpage's DNA. And understanding these gives you a huge, almost unfair advantage over everyone else still grinding away in the wrong direction.
Yeah, these are foundational.
If you really get these, internalize them, apply them, you'll be climbing the ranks fast, earning respect, winning actual cash prizes, while others are still stuck, frustrated, waiting for someone else to tell them what to do.
Okay, the first master key, and this one is fundamentally liberating. It's freedom. What's truly revolutionary here is that in Rimpage's view, you are, without question, a professional 1v1 athlete, and you are 100% free.
100% free. Okay.
This is not basketball as usual. That phrase they use, basketball as usual, ends here. It's not just a catchy slogan. It's your first big warning sign, a fundamental declaration of how radically different this whole system operates. You are completely free from those suffocating constraints, the external control of traditional leagues, of coaches dictating everything, of rigid schedules. This is the wild. Your destiny is entirely in your hands.
To really get this idea of radical freedom, think about the jump from high school to college. It's a good comparison. In high school, teachers are always kind of chasing you, right? Did you turn that in? Where's your homework? You missed class.
They keep track.
They track your absences, stay on top of you, almost coddle you, trying to make sure you succeed. The system is set up to guide you. But college, they tell you what you need to do. Here's the syllabus. Assignments are posted online. But nobody's actively checking up on you daily.
Right. Sink or swim.
Exactly. You're suddenly free to succeed spectacularly or free to totally fail. If you don't want to read the chapter, don't. Skip class. Ignore the report. Fine. At the end of the term, you just get your F, and the university moves on without shedding a tear. Rimpage operates on that exact same principle. Radical freedom, totally intertwined with absolute personal responsibility. You know, Rimpage even has this powerful diamond formula they talk about. It reveals 6 connected pillars for success. It's like a complete framework for your journey. Train, compete, get noticed, get paid, build a legacy, and ascend to greatness.
Train, compete, get noticed. That's the grind.
Right. The top 3 are your daily grind, the active hunting part. The bottom 3, get paid, build a legacy, ascend to greatness. Those are your rewards, the spoils from your successful hunts. But here's the absolute key. No one is checking on you to make sure you do the top 3.
No coach breathing down your neck.
Nope. No team manager calling you. You make yourself do it. Driven by your own fierce desire to succeed, to grab that fame and fortune. You seize total responsibility for your success. You hold all the power to go as far as your ambition and your effort will take you. It's maybe terrifying for some, but incredibly exciting for that true hunter mentality.
So how do you actually use this master key? How do you leverage this freedom effectively? First, you absolutely must cultivate a crystal clear, vivid picture in your mind. What exactly do you want to accomplish? Set a huge goal. Maybe it's winning every city championship in your state. Maybe it's getting the highest Rimpage rating possible, like Sandy Viet they mentioned. Or maybe it's building a brand so powerful you command millions. Define it clearly. Then every single day, like it's your religion, you have to do something tangible that moves you closer to that goal.
Every day.
Every single day. And you have to do it with a profound, relentless sense of urgency. Understand, there are thousands of other incredibly talented players out there fighting for the same rewards, the same spotlight. You have to outwork them. You have to out-strategize them. You simply have to deserve it more through your actions. Second part of leveraging freedom. Get going now. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking it.
Start.
Just start. There's no time to waste. And you absolutely do not need to know the entire path, every single step before you begin. We weren't created with all the answers built in, right? But we have this incredible ability to learn, to adapt, to refine by doing. Like Pablo Picasso famously said, I'm always doing what I can't do so I can learn how to do it.
I love that.
If you can truly master this key of freedom, you'll already be moving decisively towards your goal while other players are still stuck, paralyzed by indecision, waiting for someone else to give them permission or a detailed map.
Okay, on to the second master key. Schedule. This is a big one too. In traditional basketball, the coach gives you the schedule, right? Practices Tuesday, Thursday, 4 p.m., game Friday, 7 p.m. Done.
Externally imposed.
Totally. Coaches send texts, parents ask for the game schedule. It's all this rigid framework you have to fit into.
Right.
In Rimpage, you literally take all of that and throw it to the trash. You create your schedule. You decide who you challenge. You decide when you play. You decide where these critical matches happen. Rimpage doesn't make players compete. It simply, but very powerfully, rewards those who do.
Your activity level shows your hunger.
Exactly. The sheer number of matches you play, the intensity of your training, that's a direct, unfiltered reflection of how hungry you are for success, how badly you want that fame and fortune.
And this forces a really important question for you to ask yourself. How hungry are you, really, for that kind of success, being rich and famous? If your absolute, non-negotiable goal is to be seen as one of the best players in the world, then your schedule, how you allocate every minute of your most precious resource, your time, it must reflect that ambition. unequivocally.
Can't just play once a week.
No way. One casual match a week won't even scratch the surface. You need to be playing enough high-stakes matches and training rigorously, intelligently, consistently enough, not just to stay sharp, but to constantly push your own limits. Here's a simple but incredibly powerful tip from the Rimpage philosophy. Say no. Say it with conviction to everything that does not explicitly move you closer to your goal.
Be ruthless with your time.
Yes. And conversely, say an enthusiastic yes to everything that absolutely does move you closer. Your training within this Rimpage framework, it has to be sacred. Because training, when done with purpose and discipline, it transforms you. An ordinary person, through consistent, dedicated, smart training, can genuinely become extraordinary.
Training is transformation.
It is. Therefore, you absolutely cannot allow disruptions to your training time. Protect it fiercely. And realize you're not just training your body and your skills. You're also training everyone around you. Your friends, your family, your job, your whole social circle. You train them to respect your huge goals by showing them that you take your mission deadly seriously.
Your actions teach them.
Precisely. This unwavering discipline, it builds your skills, sure, but it also earns respect and keeps your focus laser sharp. Mastering the second key, honoring your self-made schedule. That puts you miles, no, entire territories ahead of that other player. The one who joined Rimpage a month ago but still hasn't played a single match because they're stuck in that old zoo mentality. Still waiting for someone else to hand them a schedule, tell them who, when, and where to play.
All right, for our third master key, let's circle back one last time to that powerful image. The lion in the zoo.
The dependent one.
Yeah. He waits. He's controlled. He's protected, maybe, but he's totally dependent. Now, imagine taking that same lion, the one used to being fed, and just dropping him straight into the raw, unforgiving wild.
He'd be lost.
He'd better change his whole mentality, and fast, or he is absolutely going to starve.
Yeah.
He can't just stand there asking, where's my coach? Where's the schedule? Where's the system that used to bring me my food?
Doesn't work that way in the wild.
That kind of dependency just doesn't exist. It's the exact same thing for players coming into Rimpage, still carrying that organized, traditional basketball mindset, expecting that familiar structure, that complacent, waiting to be told mindset. It simply will not survive in the wild of Rimpage. It leads straight to failure.
The mentality you absolutely need for Rimpage success is actually profound in its simplicity, but it's radically empowering. It is. It's up to me.
It's up to me. Okay.
If I want something, I will go get it. And if I hit a problem, any obstacle at all, I will find a way to solve it, and I will keep moving forward, relentlessly. You're in the wild now. Nobody is going to assign you a territory. Think about lions again. They're fiercely territorial, right? They stake their claim. This area, these hunting grounds, they are mine.
But who gave it to them?
Exactly. Who actually made it his? Who decides how big a wild lion's territory is? There's no government agency, no council, no authority dividing up the land and handing out deeds. That's pure zoo thinking. In the wild, you get exactly what you can take and what you can hold.
That wild lion takes his territory. He decides, with total conviction, this is mine. Then he defines its boundaries, maybe by scent marking or patrolling. He defends it fiercely against any challenger, and he dominates everything within it.
That's what makes it his.
Right. And if some other lion doesn't like it, well, they're free to try and take it from him. Good luck. That exactly is the unyielding mentality you have to adopt in Rimpage. No one else gets to set the boundaries of your basketball territory. No one limits how much success, how much fame, or how much fortune you can pile up. If you want to be known as the best player in your city, maybe even your whole country, then just decide, this is my city. Define your dominance, relentlessly defend it against all comers, powerfully dominate every court you step on, and actively hunt down every single player who dares to threaten that reality you've declared.
And here's a kind of brutal but absolutely essential truth about this hunting mentality. There is no such thing as polite hunting.
No asking nicely.
Nope. The lion doesn't walk up to the buffalo and politely ask it to cooperate with the hunt. Excuse me, Mr. Buffalo, would you mind lying down? It doesn't happen. You, the hunter, simply impose your reality on the situation, on your prey. The buffalo doesn't see itself as food. That's your reality, the lion's reality. And the lion treats it like food.
And the outcome follows the lion's reality.
And what inevitably happens? The buffalo is forced by undeniable power to accept the lion's reality. It acts like prey, runs for its life. And sure enough, when the lion catches it, guess what? It tastes exactly like prey. In Rimpage, there's this foundational mantra that guides everything. Find a way, try something, study your results, make the adjustment, and try again.
Zigzagging to success.
Exactly. You don't follow some perfect straight line. You zigzag your way through trial, through error, through relentless adaptation until you reach undisputed success. You are no longer just a hooper, you are a hunter. And in the wild, the choice is stark. It's simple. Hunt or starve. Okay, so let's connect all this back to the bigger picture, to that ultimate dream we started with, being a rich and famous basketball player. Patrick Johnson's huge insight, the real philosophical cornerstone of Rimpage, it's actually breathtaking in its elegant simplicity. It's this: no matter what specific outcome a player wants from basketball, whether it's fame, fortune, respect, rankings, big wins, legacy, every single one of those desires comes from and is fundamentally delivered by one single thing: winning.
Winning delivers everything.
Everything. Winning isn't just about the score. Winning is tangible currency. Winning is the best marketing you can possibly have. Winning is unrestricted access to opportunities. Winning is ultimate freedom. Whatever wall you feel like you're hitting right now in your journey, whatever obstacle seems insurmountable, winning is the universal tool. It helps you get over it, around it, under it, or just blast right through it. It's the undeniable solution, the irrefutable proof of your skill and your worth.
Wow. Okay, so this understanding, this clarity on the absolute power of winning, it gives you an immediately actionable map for your journey right now. You don't just need to win some games. You need to win more, and crucially, you need to win better. That clear directive breaks down into two absolutely critical categories for your game plan. Both directly impact your path to fame and fortune. First, quantity. You need to beat lots of players consistently, so your record becomes totally undeniable.
Numbers don't lie.
Exactly. Numbers don't lie. A high volume of victories against all sorts of opponents in your city, maybe beyond, it solidifies your reputation. It broadcasts your dominance to anyone paying attention.
Yeah.
This is how you build that rock-solid foundation for your climb. You create this body of work that just screams consistent excellence. Second, quality. You need to actively seek out and beat players who already have names, players with status, players with undeniably higher skill levels.
The big fish.
The big fish. These are the wins that carry serious weight, the wins that send shockwaves through the local basketball scene. Make sure, the sources say, that at least two of these quality wins are against players everyone in your area respects. Established local legends, maybe top club players, star university athletes.
Those wins changed the narrative.
Completely. These high-quality, high-stakes victories are what truly elevate your status. They grab widespread attention. They give you the credibility you need to claim undisputed greatness. This whole approach, it transforms that vague, often frustrating dream of making it into something concrete, measurable, and entirely achievable. Driven by your own hands, your own wins.
So the ultimate unyielding goal for every single Rimpage athlete should be this: to become undeniably the best player in every single gym you walk into, in every city you decide to claim. That fact, when you achieve it and repeatedly demonstrate it, possesses this inherent, irrefutable value. It needs zero external marketing, zero hype.
Skill speaks for itself.
Superior skill, consistently proven, is undeniable. It doesn't politely ask for respect. It demands respect, and often it inspires real adoration. This isn't just about fleeting influencer status online. This is true celebrity status built on pure, raw, demonstrable talent and consistent victory. Substance. Now, the traditional system, in its sort of desperate attempt to keep control, it constantly tries to limit your access to a real stage. Or it uses the smoke and mirrors of marketing to hype up their pre-selected pet player, the one.
The chosen one.
The chosen one. But here's the beautiful truth. They simply cannot control who actually becomes the best player through sheer skill and will. Rimpage brilliantly solves that problem, that systemic limitation. It provides the open, transparent stage where the truly best can be seen, can compete head-to-head, and can prove themselves beyond any doubt. Rimpage doesn't make the best. It reveals the best through its structure.
The truth comes out.
The truth comes out. And when their prepackaged, heavily marketed pet eventually has to step into the ring onto the court against a true battle-hardened lion, against the player who has earned their status through relentless hunting and undeniable wins, well, there's going to be a great, very public embarrassment for the old system and an undeniable triumph for the real champion.
This whole insight, this simple but incredibly powerful truth about winning, it gives us this recurring punchline, like a foundational creed you can actually live by. It perfectly sums up the entire Rimpage philosophy. Win more, win better, be undeniable.
Simple, powerful, actionable.
It's a potent, incredibly memorable statement, a constant burning reminder of your singular path to greatness, to fame, and to fortune. Skill is truth. Winning is proof. Fame and fortune are simply the harvest you reap from that truth and that proof. It completely flips the old gatekeeper system on its head, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Coaches, scouts, even huge brands, they can spin narratives, they can control media access, but they cannot, absolutely cannot change the fundamental, irrefutable fact of who is truly the best when it's proven right there in the arena on the court.
So in Rimpage, you literally steal greatness. I love that phrase.
It's provocative, isn't it?
It is. And the beauty is, you take it without asking anyone's permission. You don't need a stamp of approval, no validation from some outside authority figure. You proactively grow your reputation, your fame, by systematically conquering domains. Every single gym you walk into, that's a potential domain, a territory waiting for you to claim it, a stage for your dominance. And you do it strategically, systematically, like a predator staking out his territory. Here are the practical, actionable steps. This is straight from the Rimpage playbook, how you actually do it. You find the best player in that gym, you walk up to them confidently, and you say with total conviction, hey, you're in my gym, this is my gym now, I'm the best player here, let's play one-on-one. I play for Rimpage. For official rankings and ratings, all my matches count. Make your intentions crystal clear, no ambiguity.
Lay down the gauntlet.
Exactly. If they agree to the challenge, you play, and you beat them. Crucially, you get that match on video. That's your undeniable proof, your receipt of conquest. Their name goes on your growing list of players you've beaten, a testament to your rising dominance.
Yeah.
Then, without missing a beat, you move on. Next challenger. Next best player in that gym. Now, what if they don't accept the challenge?
That says a lot, too.
It speaks volumes about them, doesn't it? Their refusal becomes its own kind of submission. It acknowledges your challenge, your claim. Either way, you make your name great at that specific gym. You subdue all the local competition, and then you strategically move on to the next domain, the next territory waiting to be claimed.
And this logically leads to an incredibly important question for your own journey. How far do you really want to go with this? Your territory doesn't have to stop at one gym door. It shouldn't. You can, and you absolutely should, expand your territory. Relentlessly. Declare it with every fiber of your being, Fort Worth is mine. Okay? Then actively seek out the star player from the local university team, maybe TCU if you're in Fort Worth.
Find them online.
Find their Instagram, their social media, send them a direct public challenge. Make it clear, hey, player's name, TCU star, you're playing in my city. This is my city. I'm the best player here. I challenge you. One-on-one, Rimpage rankings on the line.
Yeah.
And if you need to escalate, go public with it. Post it online. Go live. Announce it to the world. Put the pressure squarely on them.
Make it hard for them to ignore.
Exactly. If you can get that match, you play him, you record it, you beat him, you get his name on your list, and you move on. Repeat that process systematically until you have utterly subdued the entire city of Fort Worth. Then you expand your ambition again, your entire state. Houston, you're in my state. I'm the best player here.
If you have to physically drive down I-45 to Houston to play that top guy, make the drive. Face him, beat him, subdue your entire state, establish your undeniable reign, and then you set your sights even higher, the whole country. Why not?
The path is simple, in a way. This new wild path is refreshingly simple. There's no bureaucratic red tape slowing you down, no fragile coach egos you have to navigate, no weird NCAA eligibility rules getting in the way. In the wild, things are stark, but they are clear. Define your territory, relentlessly defend it, powerfully dominate it. You make your name great, you build your empire, and you never need to ask for permission or wait for some certificate from anyone.
And this, right here, this is the profound reason why so many incredibly talented players just don't train like they truly could, like they should.
Yeah.
They simply don't have a compelling immediate reason to. Why push yourself to develop truly world-class elite skill? Why drive your body to its absolute physical limits day after day when you don't have a clear, direct stage to consistently showcase that skill, to prove your worth against real competition?
The motivation isn't always there in the old system.
Exactly. But now, Rimpage gives you that stage. It provides you with that clear, incredibly compelling reason to develop world-class skill, to fully devote yourself body and soul to your training, because that training directly, immediately fuels your ability to issue these bold challenges, to confidently beat these tough opponents, and to ultimately dominate every single domain you decide to claim. Your training isn't just practice anymore. It's directly preparing you for your next hunt.
You see, in Rimpage, everything you do actually matters. It has purpose. Every single shot you take in practice, every strategic move you make in a match, it moves you either closer to or further away from victory. And those victories, hard-earned, undeniable victories, they move you closer to higher rankings. Higher rankings? They open doors. They move you closer to prestigious tournaments. Tournaments propel you closer to championships. And those championships, those absolute peak moments of triumph, they move you inexorably closer to the ultimate rewards of being a true champion.
The fame, the fortune, the legacy.
Exactly. The far-reaching fame, the substantial fortune, and that enduring legacy you were always meant to build. And the beauty is, you hold the power now to decide your ultimate goal. What is it for you? Do you want to be a national Rimpage champion? Do you want to reach the absolute highest rating possible, be revered like Sandy Viet? Or are you fundamentally building a legacy that goes beyond just ratings and titles, a name that echoes through basketball history? In Rimpage, you possess the profound freedom to choose, to define, and to build the exact life you want in basketball. A life of purpose, of power, and of undeniable greatness, driven entirely by your own fierce, unbridled ambition.
So are you ready? Ready to actually get started, ready to make that leap out of the zoo and into your own wild. Rimpage offers a really dynamic battle royale format. You can compete every single month for real cash, for official rankings, for incredible prizes too.
Real money, real stakes.
Yeah. Finish in the top 5 in those battle royales, and you are getting paid every single month. That's actual money directly in your pocket for doing what you love and for proving consistently that you're among the best hunters out there. And as the Rimpage community grows in your city, actual city championship tournaments will unlock, providing even bigger stages, more intense competition, even greater rewards down the line. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait for any of that to happen. You can jump into Rimpage today, like right now. Start hunting, start winning, and start building your undeniable greatness, one conquered domain, one victory at a time. So this deep dive, it's really showing you, hasn't it, that you absolutely do not have to stay trapped in someone else's loop, playing someone else's game, sacrificing your personal dream for their agenda. You possess the inherent power, the power to decide, to take that courageous leap out of the artificial safety of the zoo and into your own wild, your own life, driven by your own unyielding goals and your own undeniable skill. The choice truly is yours.
And that really leaves us with a final, thought-provoking question for you to carry forward, doesn't it? Knowing with absolute certainty now that skill is truth and winning is the undeniable proof, and knowing that you now possess the profound freedom to define, defend, and dominate your own territory, what domain specifically will you claim first on this exhilarating new journey, this journey to becoming undeniably great? Where exactly will you go hunting first?